Hi folks, I'm Sean McCormick and welcome to the Lightroom blog channel. Today we're going to talk about getting a location look in your studio. Hey folks, one of the things that can get a bit annoying after a while in studio is that it all kind of looks the same. You're using seamless rolls for stuff and then you just get this kind of plain background look. And sometimes it makes you have a hankering for being on location. Now I love shooting on location, but that doesn't mean that I always have the opportunity to shoot on location. The weather could be terrible, you might not have permission to be somewhere, or you just can't find exactly the location you're looking for. So just before Christmas I came across something, and so out of curiosity I went and I purchased some items from them, and they turned out to actually be a perfect fit, even though I had no idea what to expect when I was buying them. So what it was I bought 3 tapestries, wall tapestries, from a place called Dress Lily. Now this is not an affiliate or anything like that, I am literally just showing you what I found. So this is where it is, and a few of the ideas that are in there. Now there are a few kind of exotic things here which are not really my scene for using as backgrounds, but the price on them is great, and so they're more than usable for that. But I will talk about good and bad things about them as I progress here. So this is the website. Now normally it's for, like, you know, people who buy watches or shoes or bags or general stuff like that here, but they do have these wall hangings as well, and some of these have quite a few deals on them. As you can see here, $16.89, but that depends on the actual size you get, but we'll come to that in a second. So I bought 3 of them, so I'm just going to scroll down here so you can get, so like there are some useful things like these wood and walls and brick walls and stone walls. Those are cool. You could use a flag as well, it would look cool too. And like some of these things like the mushrooms and stuff like that, it's a bit bananas to be honest with you. So let me see if I can find, so I got this one here, and I'd probably buy more from them actually, because I kind of like them, and like the mandalas are kind of cool. This forest thing is kind of would be cool for kids, but obviously, you know, there's 49 pages of them, so there's a lot to go through. So I grabbed a stone wall and I grabbed a library as well. See if I can see the ones that I got here now. So that's the library that I grabbed. And see if I can find the exterior stone wall that I got. There's another library there with a different look. So that's a black and white version of the other wall that you saw a few minutes ago. I'm not seeing the other wall that I got though. I didn't spend that long looking for it. I think this one here is cool. I'd probably go for one of them. Let's just jump in and have a look at this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we see here that we have a couple of size options and they changed it. So this is 59 inches by 51 inches high. So that's actually the length, right? So you think of it more as the height than the length. And you really want it to be, you know, the longer one, which is the 71 inches. So that's the highest one you can get. 79 by 71 will do for most things. It's not available in this one though. So let me just jump back and find one where it is. Some will have fixed sizes. Some very cool stuff here though. But the idea is that this allows you to create a location look. There's another library. So I'm just going to go back to page 1 to where there's actually one of the ones that I did get. So we'll go into this one here. And you can see here that we have this option here for 79 inches by 71 inches. So, you know, it's not massively big, so it's not the full 6 foot, and I'll show you that in a second. So the trick with these is that when you're actually going to use them is that you don't light them. So you just make sure that the light isn't falling directly on them and they look great. Now what wasn't clear to me when I was buying mine is what material it was going to be. Was it going to be like a bit of vinyl? Was it going to be you know, plastic? Was it going to be a sticker? But as it turns out, it's cloth, and it came folded. So this is the 3 of them kind of just folded up on a rack. And what I've done is I've just literally pinned it to my wall using thumbtacks. So that allows you to stretch it, which is really good. And because it's fabric, you can actually use a steamer on it so that you can basically get wrinkles out. In this case, I've just edited the wrinkles out. So here's 3 shots that I have done with it. So this is the one with the library. So you can see I haven't lit it in the background and I've let it go deliberately out of focus. And so it kind of gives you the feeling that you could potentially be in a library. It does look like it's on location. So here is the wall, the stone wall that I got, which is an exterior wall. You can see it's kind of got these plants growing on and stuff like that. But again, I haven't lit it, and I've let it go out of focus, so that way it just looks like it's not shot. Basically, as if I was in front of that wall and I lit it like that. And if I was lighting like that, in that situation, outdoors, it would look exactly like that. And then the final one is this other one here. Now I have gone in here and I have edited some of the creases here, but you can still see some of them here. Basically, I got it up onto the wall and pinned it, and just decided I would edit it later. So, that's the three of them there now. And so if we go Shift Command F, that'll get rid of all of the bits, and I press L for lights out. And you can get a view of it there. So that's the three of them there. Now, so they're about, I think the total value of them, or the total cost of them to me when I bought them, was 38 quid. You would barely buy a roll of 4.5 foot seamless for that kind of money. So it just gives you a few different options in the studio to give you more of a location look from your work. So, and if you're wondering how these were lit, most of these were lit with 2 lights. So I would have had a Nocta off to the left, and I would have had a strip light off to the back, and I varied the power of the strip light. And this one here doesn't look like it had the strip light on. This one definitely had a fairly strong strip light, and I think this one here had a little bit of reflector bounce, or maybe a small bit of strip light, just to vary it a bit. But they're all done with the Rodolux 135. So folks, that is one way of getting a more of a location look on your studio for not a whole lot of money. Yes, obviously, it does cost money to do this. And no, it's not an affiliate thing. I mean, if I had an affiliate thing, I would probably do it, but, it wouldn't cost you anything extra, even if I did. So, that was Dress Lily, and the only downside to it is that it takes a while to come, so make sure that you're getting all the ones you want at the time. But, like I said, they're fabric, very light fabric, and they can be steamed, and you can literally just pin them to a wall, so you're not trying to mount them onto, like stands or anything like that. You literally put them straight on the wall. So folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, hit the notification bell if you'd like to get notified of new stuff coming online. Thanks for taking time to watch this, folks, and I will see you in the next video.